Hello and welcome to part 2 of Mama Nevin's temperature blanket. So I told you last week, or whenever, in part 1, I told you that we were going to work on this little corner right here today, as well as this side piece. And let me put this here for reference. This little corner, you do not have to do this. If you want a jagged edge blanket, by all means, have yourself a jagged edge blanket. You don't need to do this. But I wanted my blanket at the end to be a square. So, well, square shape. One thing I discovered, much to my delight, was that with this blanket, if you have these squares on point, if you do 14 across, and then the next row is 13 across, and 14, 13, 14, 13, if you have 14 in the first column, and then 13 in the next column, eventually you're going to wind up with 365 squares. So what that is 14 for your first row, 13 for your second row, 14, 13, etc. But it is basically 27 times 13 plus 14, right? I think so. Anyway, somebody check me on that and let me know. So what we're going to do here today to start this little square here at the corner is we're going to take our yarn and we're going to, in this case, I'm going to pick up 21 because I use a number of 20 times 2 plus 1 for my basic square. So if you use a different odd number, the way that you can figure out how many to pick up is to take your number, subtract 1, divide it by 2, add 1 back. So in my case, I'm going to pick up 21 stitches. And because we did that nice crochet edge, it'll be easy to figure out which ones to pick up. Now I'm hoping you guys are going to be able to see this okay because it is later evening here. I had to wait till I got off work to do this. So if you have any trouble seeing it and you need me to re-record it, please let me know. I'll be happy to do that. Okay, so we're going to pick up our first stitch here and then all the way across. And I don't know if you guys can see this, but every now and again you'll see a pirate hare because his hair floats everywhere. I don't know why. So we're at 4, 5. I'm going to speed up till I get to the end. $19, $20, and $21. Okay, I like to go back at this point and count my stitches and make sure that I picked up the right number. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 21. Okay. So at this point, we turn our work, and what we're going to be doing on this corner is we're going to start doing a knit 2 together at the end of each row. However, my little quirk, and it's just what I do, is I will not do a decrease row until I'm on the right side. So I will start off and I will have a decrease row on the right side, and then next time when I come back to the wrong side, I will have a decrease row again. And like I said, it's just one of my little quirks. I like to have, I like to pick up my stitches and have one row on the wrong side knit, and then the next row I will do my special decrease or whatever special work I'm doing on that. All right, so I'm going to get here to the end. Okay, we're going to turn our work. Slip as if to purl. I hope you guys can see this. Put your yarn in back and pull this stitch up because it is crazy. And knit across to the last 2 stitches. And one of the reasons why I'm being very particular about having a nice edge to pick up from on all my external, not really external, but on all of my surfaces on the blanket is because at the end of this, I want to do an I-cord border. And so we'll be showing that as well. All right. So we're here, we're at our final 2 stitches, and we're just going to knit those 2 together. Then we turn our work. Slip one as if to purl. Put the yarn in back. Knit across to the last 2 stitches. Okay, when we get to these final 2 stitches, you are going to knit them together. Okay, so you will do knit together at the end of the row for every row until you get down to 3 stitches. I think it's 3. Let me think about that. Okay, so what we're going to do here is I am going to turn this off, go finish most of this, and then come back when I'm more sure what I'm doing. And I will show you how to finish this off. Bye. All right, I'm back. We have 5 stitches left on our needle. So we're going to do the same thing. We're going to slip as if to purl, move this yarn to the back, knit 2, and knit 2 together. And we will do that for the rest of this corner. Now this corner that you're doing, you can wait till the end to go back and do all of your corners. You're only going to have 4 of those. So if you want to wait till the end, that's fine. Now the next thing that we're going to do, and I messed this up, let me go back and fix it. The next thing that we're going to do is going to be the side part to make the side of our blanket flat. So that, unfortunately, you cannot wait until the end. And the reason why is because you need that to be there so that you can pick up, you know, why do you make the biggest messes when you're on camera? You need that to be there so that you can pick up that edge for one of your squares. And I will show you that maybe next time. I'm not sure. Depends on how much of this I get done. All right. So again, slip. Did I do two together? I think I did. Okay. Sorry, gang. Losing it. Okay. Slip. Put your yarn in the back. Knit 1. Knit 2 together. Okay. We have 3 stitches left. And the way you do this corner is you slip, put the yarn in back, knit 2 together. Oh, I hope I kept that in frame. Sorry. Had to use my sticking my tongue out to help me get that done. You ever do that? Have to stick your tongue out. All right, so let's do that. And then turn it. And you don't. Now, I always slip and put the yarn in the back, and then I'll come back and knit 2 together. All right, and that's all for that corner. And as you can see, let me put this through here. I probably should redo this whole thing because I am not with it today. All right, so you can pull this through here, pull it through, and what you will see is that with your square on point, you will have a nice square edge here. Okay? Now, what we're going to do, oh, that yarn did me wrong there. All right. We'll worry about that when we go back and do our I-cord edge. Sorry, couldn't think of it. All right, so we're going to pick up on this edge. And what we're going to do is make this like this. Make this flat like this. So what will happen is, in order to make that happen, we're going to knit up here and do the knit 2s together on this side. Okay? So every time we get on the front side, we're going to knit 2 together. On the wrong side, we are not. So let's pick up 21 stitches and see if we can do that. All right. So 1, you know what? Should I pick up that one? Sure, let's do it. Sometimes I get creative with the stitches that I pick up. Oh, you know, this thing is just determined to make a fool of me today. And, you know, I don't know. So let's pick up that one. That's going to be 1. I have a feeling I might have to drop 1 somewhere along the way. This will be 2. 3. 4. All right, I'm going to speed this up. Okay, this next stitch is 20. Now, what I always do when I am picking up stitches, and the last stitch, I will always pick up the outline color. And that is so that we have a constant of that color all the way around that square. Okay, so we have 21 stitches. So because this is the wrong side row, we're going to slip as if to purl, put our yarn in back, and knit across. Again, I'll be speeding this up so I don't bore you to tears. As you can tell, this yarn is kind of splitty, so I'm having loads of fun trying to wrangle this and look through a camera to do it. All right. Let's see. Okay, we're going to turn this. Now this is, I've done 2 rows with no decreases, so this is going to be our first decrease row. So slip as if to purl, put the yarn in the back. I know you guys are so sick of me saying that. Knit across. I wish I could actually knit as fast as my my zoom feature on my programming can do. Oh, that one's still bugging me. Now, if you want to go ahead and weave in your ends, feel free. I don't like to do it until I'm finished with a section, because, like, I won't even weave in this end because I want to come back. I need that available for when I do my I-cord edging. Okay, we've got 2 stitches left. We're going to knit those together. And then remember, on our wrong side row, we're just going to knit solid or whatever. Just going to knit across. There will be no decreases on our wrong side row. So I'm going to finish this row, and then I'm going to take this to my nice comfy chair and get it close to the end. And by that time, you'll be able to see the shape coming together. And when I come back, we're going to talk about that square that I put on my weather blanket last week that I still need to rip out and put somewhere else. So, oh yeah, I forgot where I was. Okay, I'll be back. Okay, we are down to 4 stitches. So, we're just going to continue on like we were doing. And I have moved this over a little bit. My whole setup fell when I went to leave, so sorry. All right, so let's go here. I'm actually going to zoom this in just a little bit. There you go. All right. So, of course, we start out with slip as if to purl, put your yarn in the back, knit 1, and then knit 2 together because this is the right side. And you can tell this is the right side because our lines here are very sharp. And if you look on the back, they're not as sharp. I don't know how to explain it, but you can tell. So let's knit these 2 together. And if I have to rip these out and do it again because the light is not good enough, please let me know. I will do that because I know the light is really bad, but again, I had to wait till I got off work. All right, so we have 3 stitches. And we're going to do slip as if to purl and knit to the end. Okay, down to 3 stitches. So we slip as if to purl, knit 2 together. We're down to 2 stitches. And I don't normally talk to myself while I'm doing this, so loads of fun. All right, let me make sure I stay in frame here so you can see it. Then turn your work, slip as if to purl, put the yarn in the back, knit 1. And on this one, okay, we're going to slip as if to purl, put the yarn in the back, put the stitch back on the needle, and then knit 2 together. Okay, at this point, you will cut your yarn. Sorry about that. Wiggling the camera and pull it through. And then what you will see once we're done with this is, okay, here's our corner down here. You know what, let me go out a little bit. All right, here's our corner right here that we did today. And then here is the side piece that we did. What's going to happen is once we put a square over here, you'll be able to pick up from this edge. So you do need to do this edge as you go. The other edge, excuse me, the corner triangle and the bottom section, you do not need to do until the end, but I just like to see them, so I go ahead and do them. Okay, next time we're going to talk about this square right here and why on my weather blanket it wound up in the wrong place. Okay, so I have 3 squares here along here. My next one should have gone over here, and I put it up here instead. So before my show on Sunday, I will rip that out and do it correctly. So then we can see that next week. I keep saying next week. I don't know when I will do part 3, but it's coming. All right, bye-bye.